Oh. All right, got the wind knocked out of me. Oh. 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 Wheelied a little hard. Hello and welcome to Out of Spec Scootz with a Z. My name's Comp, spelled C-O-M-P. Very happy to be here at the Out of Spec track. Real name is the North Carolina Center for Automotive Research. Beautiful track here near Garysburg, North Carolina. Excellent sunset going on behind me here. They've got a wonderful entrance fountain over on the other side. I'm here to bring life back to a bit of an older channel for Out of Spec and hopefully breathe wonderful life into it over the next few years about micromobility, personal transport solutions, anything not big EV related. I've got ideas of DIY projects, there'll be reviews, there'll be unboxing, there'll be testing, there'll be all sorts of things. Anything Kyle lets me do, basically. And also you might see me on the other channels helping out a bit here and there. Very excited that Alex from Out of Spec Renew is headed out here on his way. I'll look for a lot of great things coming from that, coming from the track here. And yeah, it's a great day. Wonderful time to be here, and I'm very excited. A bit about me, I'm from Wisconsin. I'll do my best not to talk in the old Wisconsin-y way, you know. And mainly my background is being a field technician. I started with the phone company, AT&T, when I was right out of high school. Did that for many years, was a premises technician installing in people's houses, being a telephone lineman. I then worked several other jobs. I've been a motorcycle technician at a BMW shop that's now closed in Milwaukee. Shout out to Schlossman's. And that was a wonderful experience. Being at a BMW Triumph shop in the heart of Harley there. A automatic door technician. Everything from sliding doors at the grocery store to handicap push plates, revolving doors at all sorts of hotels and hospitals. Spent a lot of time crawling around above revolving doors. There's amazing amount of technology that goes into all the sensors and things. I love electronics. One of my big passions is batteries, motors. I'll put a motor on anything. I've got an electric DIY e-bike. I'll show you in a second. A couple electric skateboards. I'll do some testing and feature in another video. I've got dual trolling motors on my kayak and rigged it so that I steer with my feet. And they both tilt with several 3D printed parts, a few speed controllers, and even printed some yokes from, it would be for an RC airplane simulator or a computer airplane simulator. So plenty of cool stuff in the works. If it's got a battery, I'm into it. I've got here my DIY e-bike. I'll show you here. It's a little bit rough. It's a little bit custom. Definitely quite a bit custom. First thing we'll start off with is the batteries, which is a reuse for my electric skateboard. These batteries are many years old. 2 6S multi-star. This one's seen better days. Just the case started to split. One connector blew up at one time. You know, sometimes you plug things in wrong, and a bit of slag from blown up XT90 connector. They like to shoot a little slag, and it fell on the plastic, and over several years that plastic eventually split. But these things, especially if you take care of them, LiPos can be very dangerous, and I'll go into some suggestions and advisements about LiPo batteries. That the main thing is to keep them at storage when you're not using them. if you're gonna use them, charge them, and if they're not at 3.8 volts, bring them back down to 3.8 volts. Their max voltage that mostly is recommended for them is 4.2 volts. So today, charge these up to 4.2. I want to do a little bit of riding and testing here. I'll throw in the GoPro, and we'll hopefully be able to see these in many videos to come. That they are 6S batteries, which there's 6 cells in series. Each one of them has a nominal of 22.2 volts, and fully charged, they come out to be about roughly a 48 volt pack, kind of in layman's terms. So those get plugged into a series connector in the backpack here, and thankfully there's spark arresters in the connectors. Otherwise, at 6S, you start to hear a decent pop around 24 volts-ish. Oh, there goes the mic. And so that, then, other end of that connector is this tether. And this connector has seen many days. And when you're on the skateboard and you jump off, it just unplugs. So this thing's just there kind of dragging behind you. A bit about the bicycle here. Old Diamondback bike in a rudimentary, kind of odd, short dirt jumping style. I've got a 1 kilowatt hub motor that I found on eBay several years ago, and I looked recently and they're even cheaper now. I opted to not go with one with all the do-it-yourself e-bike kit because I really like this specific speed controller and its ability to be programmed. It also is the same speed controller I've used on my electric skateboards. So with the electric skateboards, this one's actually been taken off of my electric road board that I'll show in the future. And it's nice. It's got the old school USB-B connector for programming, and it works. It's open source, developed by a guy named Vetter, and it's why it's called a VESC, so Victor ESC, or Vetter ESC, better known as. Made sure to find a hub motor with Hall sensors. The part of the programming, and I'll do a video on programming the VESC, you have to go through and program the Hall sensors, and it makes horrible screeching sounds and slowly rotates the motor. It's a pretty cool programming feature, programming process that really gives you excellent slow speed control, and there's also regenerative braking into the ESC. The reason for the tiny tire in the back and the big tire in the front, I originally planned to have this hub motor for a BMX bike. I thought that would be really, really fun to have a little tiny 1 kilowatt electric bike and be able to go around little pit bike tracks and race the guys on their little 50 cc's and 100s. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I would have had to modify the frame of the BMX bike that I had. And this one has the cassettes, or the gears on the side. And so I had this bike laying around. I'm like, wonder if that'll fit up. And boom, no problem. Fit it up, and still haven't even soldered the Hall sensors. They are almost to prove to my engineer friends that you don't need to solder or do, I hate butt connectors, but just a strip, twist, and tape. And it's been holding up through all the jangling. The jangling is there, and the dangling is there almost to do a real thorough test on how long is that Hall sensor connection going to last. And hopefully going through the off-road trails here, maybe might prove myself wrong that strip, twist, and tape isn't the best solution. I know it's not the best solution, but isn't a viable solution. But there's hundreds of miles on this bike already. Got the squishy old man seat on. Got to have comfort. One of the oddball things about this is that the easiest way for the speed controller to be controlled with input, a PWM input, which is pulse width modulation. It's a way for electronic things to talk to each other. How much are you requesting of me is almost what it is. And the easiest way to interface with this is because it's designed as an e-skateboard controller, or e-skateboard electronic speed controller, is through an RC car remote and transmitter and receiver. So up here, we have a cut up RC car transmitter, and the receiver's down here, the little antenna's hanging out down here. And a lot of tape could have fixed it better, but another one of those on how quick and how dirty DIY can you do things. I've got just a 2-cell lithium polymer powering this transmitter, and wired in my own on-off switch that you don't even need to unplug it. But we'll plug it in there. Let's tootle around. Got the little close-up on the carnage here. Excellent slow speed control. And super quiet. Just hums along. Still haven't pedaled once. It's nice to be able to still have the chain hooked up and be able to pedal a little bit going up hills and give the motor a little assistance. But acceleration, not great acceleration, but nice and smooth. I've got it programmed real nice and smooth. A little tight there. Let's do a little off-road and all right, got the wind knocked out of me. Wheelied a little hard. It's been a little while since I had the wind knocked out of me. It's refreshing. I don't think it'll make it up this hill right off the bat. But full speed. Oh yeah, no pedal needed. And nice regen on the way down. There we go. Dried up nicely over the past couple days. Look at that sunset. Really cool power lines here, running through the property. Try not to get too wet going through the gravel here. Give it some juice. Goes about 30 miles an hour top speed. We'll go and see the danger ditch, as I like to think of it. Don't want to go full speed on a little electric motorcycle into the ditch. We'll be doing a little bit of feature of that. Gonna bend some bars back and so title unnecessary. Alright, see how the woods are. A little bit of deer tracks, some four-legged animals went through here. That was fun. See how she does up the hill. Pretty cool bridge. Oh, maybe this will lead me back out to the track. Oh, floods are flinging. Little Crown Victorias, looking good today. And the off-road vehicles, and full speed. I think the mud's mostly off. Just a dude on a DIY e-bike riding around a racetrack, talking to himself. Nothing weird about this. Wonderful sunset day. Go hit the cones. Well, don't hit the cones, swerve the cones. Gotta slow down a little more for that one. Very nice. See if we can make it up this. Not quite. That's pretty steep. Yay. My living situation, I live out of a cell-converted box truck. One of these vehicles is not mine, the Mitsubishi innovative electric vehicle, and that trailer is not mine. But got the box truck, my cat's outside, the box truck, the old micro van is what I call it, and the old Model S. Great place. Woo! Excellent. Like my little hot rod style donut. Thank you for watching Out of Spec Scootz. Thank you for watching me fall. That was fun. Completely unplanned, and I gotta be a little softer on the trigger there. But great time, and many more track tours and woods exploring and sunsets and track days, exploring with the Out of Spec crew, hopefully maybe some road trips, helping Alex out with Out of Spec Renew, hanging out with Kyle's dad with Out of Spec Dave, Out of Spec detailing out in Colorado. Hey, there's so many options. Scott's got great things going on with Out of Spec Ranch and Out of Spec Bits, and everybody on the team, great people, happy to be a part of it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.